want you to know that I'm here to teach you. I wish nothing but the best for your speech. Another speech sound series. Are you ready for me to show you another new speech sound? Does your child need help with speech and you want to teach your baby? I'm sure you'd make a really excellent teacher. It's the sound for today that we make when the noise in your ears is enough for you to just want to say, shh. And every time you say this sound, do you know how to do it? Just watch me and then you try. Now you try. Hold your finger up high and I'm here to remind you to push your lips out and then just blow. It's not hard if you try it. It's the sound of the day. Now listen close. Shh, shh, shh. Quiet sound. Woo! Oh, I love me a little Alanis Morissette. Hello, welcome. It's Rebecca Robbins here from Mindshaper SLP with part 11 of our sound series. And if you haven't guessed, today we're going to be covering how to teach your child to say shh, or as we like to call it in Nonverbal No More, the quiet sound. So I hoped you liked my little parody of Alanis Morissette's You Oughta Know to introduce the sound. That was lots of fun for me. And I'm here now to show you how to show your child how to say this sound as well. So like I said, I nicknamed this sound the quiet sound for obvious reasons, because this is the sound we make shh when the noise in your ears is too much and you want to tell somebody or something to be quiet. We say shh. So right here what I'm doing is one version of the cue that I teach for the sh sound. So it's just like you were saying to tell someone to shush. We go shh like that. However, the other cue is like this. So it's so shh. If we put our hand here and we say shh, we can feel there's no vibration here in our throats, which means that shh is a voiceless sound. Shh does have a sound buddy, and it's the zh sound. So that's the sound like in the word measure. It's not as commonly known, but that is in the advanced consonant sounds. So shh is the later developing sound, and it is voiceless. So we have use our one index finger and our thumb, and then we place it kind of in the middle of our cheeks. So we learn in Nonverbal No More that there's different placements on our face, and the middle of the cheeks is one of those placements, and that is because shh is a sound that's made kind of in the middle of the mouth. So you take your fingers like this and you actually push your lips out. Shh, 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 shh. Now the reason I have an alternate cue for this sound is because, God bless them, the kids, oftentimes when you cue them to go shh like this, they do something like this. Or and they smush their cheeks together so that their lips are like so smushed together that no sound will come out. So sometimes I find it to be a little bit easier if you cue them like this. Shh, shh, like that. So you kind of have to just play around with it and see which one works for your child. If your child is not able to say the sound or get their lips to protrude, because the lip protrusion is a really important part of making this sound. It actually, I'm going to get a little speech nerdy here with you guys. Acoustically, so what happens is our mouth and our trachea create a vocal tract which resonates sound. So when we push our lips out like that, and we're creating friction with our teeth close together and our tongue up high in our mouth, shh. So the friction is what causes that like staticky kind of sound. but pushing our lips out is what actually helps get that quality of the sound because it lengthens the resonating chamber of your mouth. Just to get a little speech nerdy with you all. So the lip protrusion is really important, and it's the difference, somewhat of the difference between the s and the sh sound, okay? So if your child is not responding well, so remember, just a refresher, I say this every time, you do the cue on yourself, ideally, and your child imitates the cue so that when they are talking, they have a way to cue themselves to say the sound. Shh, shh. So ideally, we're just putting a little bit of pressure on our cheeks, which will help push the lips into position. If your child is having a hard time doing that and this cue, shh, is not working for them, what you can do is you can try to do it on them. And this is really hard for me to show without having a person. But so let's say that this, my fist here, that's not gonna work. So if you're on your child, you're gonna put the middle finger and the thumb on your child's cheek. And this finger is actually gonna go under here. So if you feel there's the bony part of the chin and then there's the soft part right behind it. So you're going to be doing this on your child's cheek. So these two fingers are pushing the lips out, and this finger is just putting a little bit of pressure under here, and that's going to cue the tongue to go up in the middle of the mouth where it needs to go. So that's a little tricky to demonstrate without, but the hand posture looks like this. So we're going to push the lips out with these two fingers, and then we're just giving a little bit of a tactile cue with this finger underneath the chin. So that could be a way that you could help your child get their mouth in the right position to say shh. Another way that you could try is if your child is able to say the sound, you could just see if start with the s, so they're getting that airflow going, and then just say push your lips out. Shh, shh. So sometimes it might not be a problem of the child being able to push their lips out, but maybe getting their mouth in the right position to say to get the airflow. And if they're saying S instead of the sh sound, so it might be good to start them with the S and then they push their lips out and they can hear how the sound changes. That's another way you can go about it. Another thing that you can do is if you pair the sh sound with the oo vowel, it will be easier to say, because look what I have to do with my lips when I say ooh, ooh. They protrude. My lips have to protrude for the ooh sound. So your mouth, by pairing the sh sound with ooh, so the word shoo is going to be easier for your child to say than the word she. Because look at how my lips have to change. So here's shoo, shoo. There's a very minimal change that's happening here. But when I say she, I have to move from a protruded posture to a retracted posture with my lips. So maybe just targeting syllables like shoo or oosh with your child at first to get them used to blending the sound with a vowel. Ooh will be easier because the lips will already be kind of where they need to be. If your child has a hard time getting there, because sometimes I have to tell my students to put their teeth together and then push their lips out to say this sound. So you might want to do like 3 steps. So go E, oo, sh, E, oo, sh. So by saying E, we're getting our teeth together. Ooh, we're getting our lips in the right spot. And sh, it makes it a little bit easier to have the mouth kind of where it needs to be to say the sh sound. So that's another thing that you can try. So when kids are naturally developing their speech, since this is a later developing sound, they very often will substitute the sh sound with an easier sound to say. So usually it's the t sound that gets substituted, or if the child has a few of those later developing consonant sounds, it might be the s sound. that they're able to say. So when we are working with a child that we want them to be able to say lots of different words, but they're not quite at the later developing consonant sounds yet, we can work on saying the t sound for the sh sound. So if your child wants to say shoe, but that is not in their abilities quite yet, you can prompt them to say two. You want your shoe? Say two. Yeah, here's your shoe. And it's okay to do this as long as you are pairing the ultimate long-term word that you want your child to get to with the approximation. So notice how I said the actual word shoe like 3 times and prompted the two about once. So, okay, we're requesting shoe. I'll show you again. Oh, you want your shoe? Shoe. Okay, say two. Good. Two. It's your shoe. There's your shoe. So that is how we teach our child to use an easier form of the word while pairing it with the ultimate version of the word that we want them to say to prevent confusion. And it's what kids do in typically developing speech. They will often say to, or maybe even do for shoe. Instead of fish, they may say fit. Or like I said last week, pit. So it's perfectly okay if your child is at the level where if they're requesting like a goldfish cracker or something, that you cue them to say pit instead of fish. Pit. So it's p, popcorn sound, t, ticking sound, pit. And that's how you would cue it for fish. And that would be how you would cue the actual word. Fish. Like that. So remember, I'll show you. So let's say I have a little goldfish cracker here and the child wants the goldfish. Oh, you want your fish? Say pit. Pit. Yeah, good talking. Here's your fish. There's your fish. Nice. So that's how you would pair the approximation with the ultimate goal of the word that you want your child to say. So or if your child is able to say the snake sound, so again, that's how we cue the snake sound. You don't have to lean down like that. I'm only doing that for video purposes so you can actually see what my hands are doing. Is the snake sound. And again, if you want refreshers on any of these cues, please go through my page. All of the sound series videos are there and they're all available for you to look at so you know how to cue any of the sounds. So the snake sound is another sound you could have your child substitute for sh if they just can't say the sh sound yet. All right, so we've got the t sound we can use as an early approximation or the sound. So how about some activities that we can use? So something that my kids always enjoy and they think it's pretty funny, if I'm trying to get them to say the sh sound and we're drilling the sound and they say it, I'll be like, hey, don't you tell me to sh. Hey, what? You can't tell me to be quiet. And then I act really silly offended and they think it's funny, which motivates them to say it again because they want me to act offended and silly again. So again, anything that motivates our child to say the sound again and again and again is what we want to do. Something else you could do if you have like some play silverware and plates and some fake food, if you want to have a picnic, and then you could pretend to wash the plates, and when you're washing you make the shh sound for water running, or if you want to pretend to wash a car and you're spraying a hose, shh to spray the hose to wash the car if you're playing with your car vehicles. Or something else that my students love to participate in, and again, I'm always a big proponent of keeping it physical or incorporating like some sort of sensory component into talking. It really helps a lot. Is if you practice or if you play some sort of shaking game. I used to have this giant cardboard house. I gifted it to someone when I left my job at the school, but it was this giant cardboard house, and I would have the kids sit inside and I'd be like, earthquake, shh, shake, shake, or I go shake, 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 shake the house, like that. And then the child would have to say shake to request. Or if your child can't say the whole word shake, you can just have them say shh to request. Shh. And that's another fun way to do it. Or you shake their body, go shake, shake. And you kind of give them like isometric pressure, so you're not actually shaking them. You're more like creating resistance in your own arm and shaking your own arm, and they get like a vibration feeling from it, and they might enjoy that sensory component a lot, and so they say shh for shake, or shay, shay for shake, or shaked for shake, because remember T is a substitution for k if they don't have that sound yet. And you can play little shaking games or glitter bottles. You can shake, 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 shake your bottle. They can request shake for the shaking the bottle. That, or if you're on a swing, you can shake the swing, and then they have to say shh to request you to shake the swing, and that's always fun. They like that too. So there you go. There's all my tips for our latest sound, the quiet sound. Again, just to cue it, you go shh or shh, shh, like that. Because if your child is squishing it, oh, and that's the other thing. Your child can use two hands, shh, to push their lips out. If this is not within their motor capabilities, you can have them go shh, shh. But just if they're doing this, squishing their lips together, then you want to see if they'll respond to this version of it, which they might. Oftentimes they will. So there you go. If you would like to get a deep dive into these strategies, or a sneak peek into these strategies rather, that are all the strategies I teach in my online group membership program, Nonverbal No More, the best way to do that is to get my free video tutorial, Teach Your Child to Say Hi and Bye. And just visit bit.ly/say hi bye, and the video will get delivered straight to your inbox, and you'll be put on my list and be first to know when registration opens for Nonverbal No More, which will officially be opening next month, which next month is like 2 days from now. But in October, I am reopening enrollment for Nonverbal No More, which is my signature program, which teaches parents how to use my system of hand cues in their own home to develop a home speech practice system to help their child talk. I or your child's speech therapist may only be with your child for maybe 30 minutes to an hour and a half per week. You are with your child a lot more than that. If you know how to use these cues and these skills, imagine the gains that your child can make in his or her speech. So please get on my list. Go to bit.ly/say hi bye to get your free video and to be in the know when enrollment opens for Nonverbal No More. Thanks so much. Bye.